Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Greenville where Tim Reeder has announced his re-election campaign for NC House District 9. Now Reeder said he's ready to continue delivering practical solution-focused leadership for Pitt County and the state of North Carolina. Now he said, quote, representing the citizens of District 9 has been one of the greatest honors of my life. I entered public service to bring a steady, accountable voice to Raleigh, one grounded in real-world experience, common sense decision-making, and a deep commitment to the health and well-being of our community. I'm proud of what we've accomplished, but there is more work to do, end quote. Now, during his tenure, Dr. Reeder has prioritized strengthening rural and community health care, improving public safety, supporting reasonable budgeting and responsible budgeting, expanding educational opportunities, supporting ECU, and advancing policies that foster economic growth throughout eastern North Carolina. Now, he said he'll file for re-election officially on Tuesday at 10 a.m. at the Pitt County Board of Elections. And now we want to turn our attention to a developing scene in really Italy, all based around Pope Leo. NBC's Claudio Lavanga has more.
In Lebanon on Monday, Pope Leo visited a pilgrimage site of the Maronite Catholics, the largest Eastern Catholic community in the Middle East. In his speech, he once again called for peace in Lebanon and in the world, but also called for love to win over hate. As he said, it's the only way to free ourselves from injustice and oppression, even when he said we are betrayed by people and organizations that ruthlessly exploit the desperation of those who have no alternative. A message of peace. He's expected to repeat an inter-religious meeting with the leaders of some of the many religious denominations in this country, and especially a message of hope. He will no doubt relay to the young Lebanese people when he meets them this evening in a town near Beirut, many of whom were forced to leave in the past decade as Lebanon went through political uncertainty, the collapse of its economy, an explosion at the port behind me that killed more than 200 people and injured thousands more, and more recently, the conflict between Israel and Hezbollah.
Well, thank you very much, Claudio, for that report. We now want to turn to your weather forecast. It's looking sunny today, despite again having rain showers roll through last night. We're going to see another round of rain coming in tomorrow. This is what it looks like in Morehead City. 48 degrees, north-northeasterly wind, though, coming in at 21 miles per hour. It's a breezy day right now across parts of eastern North Carolina. Do want to say good morning to Amanda Bloom. Thank you so much for joining me from Maysville and Jacksonville. Right now, again, you're right, a brisk morning, but it is that time of year, and we do have an even brisker morning coming once this next cold front rolls through. You can see that front further off to the west. Right now, over the Carolinas, we're looking at gradually clearing skies. The rain showers continue to pull their way away from the east. That's going to leave us with sunny conditions over the tail end of today. Right now, still working our way out of the 30s in Greenville, Rocky Mount, Williamston, Ahoskie, as well as Roanoke Rapids. The rest of eastern North Carolina right now at 40 degrees or warmer. It is again going to be a day where northeasterly winds are going to be prevalent, and that's going to keep our air temperatures a little bit cooler than average. Right now we've got around a 10 to 20 mile per hour sustained wind across eastern North Carolina. There are still a few areas a little bit outside of that range. Now gradually later on today, those winds are going to relax a bit, and then they'll turn a little bit more northwesterly as that front rolls in on Tuesday. That front will bring with it some rain showers starting out in the morning and lasting through pretty much most of the day coming up for tomorrow. For today, though, again, sunny skies stick with us until we get, until the sunshine really goes away. Once we get past sunset is when the thicker clouds will really start to roll in. Air temperatures will kind of plateau generally in the low 40s around midnight, and then gradually warm up as we actually see more rain showers move in throughout the morning hours tomorrow. I think raindrops will start across eastern North Carolina possibly as early as around maybe 5 a.m., but the rain itself is going to stick with us until we get to around sunset tomorrow. So it is going to, again, be a wet and dreary day. If you plan on it, you're prepared for it. Hopefully it doesn't surprise you and it's not as depressing. But it's just going to be for one day. Again, we could certainly use the raindrops, and this system will bring the raindrops. Here's a look at your full 8-day forecast. Again, rain showers possibly late tonight, but throughout the day coming up for tomorrow. And then we see everything fade away rain-wise for Wednesday and Thursday, only to see a reintroduction of rain showers coming up for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the upcoming weekend. That's all we have time for today's 9 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Monday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by ENC Pirate Realty.